Great. Wasn't sure everything was working. I think it is now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm really glad that you're joining us today. This is a really important session that we're doing today, and I'm titling Owning Your Significance and Power. Owning Your Significance and Power. Be joyfully serious about your impact on the world. And I'll explain what I mean about that in just a moment. So I'm Art Giser. I'm the creator of Energetic NLP, and Energetic NLP is a unique and powerful blend of some of the best of neuro-linguistic programming, spiritual principles, transformative energy work, and energetic and spiritual healing. And I believe that if you change your energy, you change your life. And in Energetic NLP, you use the power of your unconscious mind and spiritual nature to awaken your inner magic. Our goals in Energetic NLP include that you're guided and supported by your inner human wisdom and by your spirit, so that you live a more and more miraculous life. And when you are guided by your inner human wisdom and your spirit working together, we call that your miraculous self. Your miraculous self. And I'll say a little bit more about that in a moment. The processes we're about to do will be really powerful. They'll be safe, compassionate, validating, easy, and fun. You will energetically eliminate unconscious blocks in programming and replace them with your inner wisdom and spiritual information. And again, that's one of the things that's unique about Energetic NLP. Your inner wisdom and spirit will be in charge of what old beliefs, what old unconscious blocks and programming that it wants to get released during the session, and it will also decide what to replace it with from your inner wisdom and information, wisdom, guidance, and support from your spirit. And at the end, I'll just briefly mention how you can work more closely with me to reach more and more of your full potential to lead a miraculous life. Never listen to any Energetic NLP session while you're driving. Never. The energies will be very strong, even in the recordings. And I really want to encourage you to watch this recording as a recording at least one other time, because you'll get much more out of it the second time than the first time. But again, never listen to any Energetic NLP session while you're driving. And I would like to encourage you, if you're not on our mailing list, if you go to www.enlp for Energetic NLP, enlp, the number 7.com, enlplucky7.com, and then you'll hear about all the videos, audios, webinars, and other programs that we're doing. That's more or less what I look like, and I want to explain a term before we go any further, and it's a term called grok or grokking. And it's a real word. It's in the Oxford English Dictionary. And to grok something is not to merely intellectually understand something. You've all heard people sometimes go, "Oh, I understand something," and you realize they know the words, but they don't get it. They don't get the experience. They don't own it. They're not one with it. Well, to grok something or grokking is when you completely own it. You're one with it. You may not even be able to explain it in words, but you get it. You feel it. You know it. And in Energetic NLP, the goal is to go beyond this societal desire that we have to be able to intellectually understand everything. And that's a great thing, but it's also a great limitation. We want to go beyond that to where you really, really become one with something. You own it. You have it in your cells. You have it in your bones. And for most of it, it's a very difficult and interesting dance to really grok that you and your actions are important, fully owning your significance and power, and at the same time be joyfully serious about your impact in the world. And what do I mean by being joyfully serious? I'm using the word serious there as, when people say take something seriously, meaning you give it significance, you give it importance, you value it. But often in order to take something serious, we think we have to be emotionally serious. And in Energetic NLP, we encourage you to be more and more joyful about what you do in life. So the goal in this session is that you grok more and more that you're important, you're significant, you're unique on the planet, and that you fully own that you have significance and power. You can affect things. You do affect things in this world. And so that as you move through your life, you'll be joyfully serious about yourself and your impact on the world. And I have an interesting relationship with butterflies, and that one liked me. That was in Brazil. Used to go there a lot to go to a spiritual center, and I had a few different butterfly experiences, but this one was really friendly with me. And you've probably heard the term the butterfly effect. And what it means is that seemingly little small actions can change people's lives, can change the world. There's an old poem, and I believe it's called For Want of a Nail. And in the poem, it talks about there's a messenger, there's a war going on, and there's a messenger for the king, and he's got a critical message for the war. And his horse is lacking one nail in one of its shoes. And because that nail isn't there, the shoe comes off. And because the shoe comes off, the messenger is lost. And because the messenger is lost, the message is lost. And because the message is lost, the kingdom is lost. And it's in the poem ends, all for the want of a nail. And I don't think it's possible to know our full significance we have in life. Remember when I went to my 20-year high school reunion, and this happened to me, and this also happened to several of my friends had the same experience. People would come up to me and go, I want you to thank you, and I want you to know that when you did X, it really changed my life. And the fascinating thing was occasionally I knew what they were talking about. Most of the time, I didn't even know what they were talking about. It was something that to me was very, very small, and to them it was a life-changing event. One woman came up to me and said, I don't know if you remember you helped me with my algebra. And I go, yeah, I kind of remember that. I mean, I actually didn't really remember doing it at all, but I sort of vaguely did. And she's going, well, if you hadn't helped me with algebra, I would have flunked. If I would have flunked, I wouldn't have become a nurse. So I thank you, and all of my patients thank you. And I would never have known that the fact that I helped this woman, this girl, in one of my classes with her algebra, allowed her to become a nurse, and she was a wonderful person, and I'm sure she's an incredible nurse. And what to me was this little tiny action changed her life and changed other people's lives. And I'd like you to entertain the idea that your life is full of the same things. And of course, sometimes we've had what isn't a positive impact on other people by little things that we've done. And so the goal in this session is not to become overly serious and overly responsible and take responsibility for other people's lives. The goal is that you take yourself as important, as unique, as serious. You take your actions and your inactions as important, unique, and serious, so that from this moment on, as you go through life, you see yourself as having much more power than you thought you had. You see yourself as making a unique contribution to the world. And in Energetic NLP, we believe that everybody is spiritually interconnected. And so even if you go meditate for 20 minutes and you go from being angry to being calm, you're affecting the entire planet. Now, I'm not suggesting that that's enough. I'm not suggesting at all that we don't do external actions. I am suggesting that you take your personal and spiritual development as something that not only benefits you, but benefits the entire planet in ways that you'll never know. Your spiritual development is affecting billions of people. And again, you'll never have direct evidence of that. But even just on a smaller scale, the goal of this is that you feel empowered, significant, and you take action in your own life and in the world. And that doesn't mean things always work out the way you wanted them to. Of course not. But it does mean that you get that what you do matters, that you matter, and that you feel empowered in that way. And that you get that everything you've done, are doing, and will do has effects that go beyond what you can imagine. For you grammar checkers, that should have been effects, but so right now we're going to clear some of the blocks to you fully owning your significance and power and opening up more of your being joyfully serious about your impact on the world. So hopefully that's something you want, and we're going to get going on it right now. Now again, what we're doing in this session could have a huge change in your life immediately. It might make a small positive change. I again really encourage you to watch this video again 1 or 2 more times, because each time the effect will get stronger and stronger. As I mentioned earlier, there's a concept unique to Energetic NLP, and it's called your miraculous self. Your miraculous self. And it's when your inner wisdom and your spirit are working together to guide you, nurture you, and support you. And the first step in creating or strengthening your miraculous self is just consciously deciding that that's your intention. Your intention is to have a strong miraculous self, guiding, supporting, nurturing, and helping you manifest in life. So just take a moment, and if you want that, just go, I'm 100% committed to that. I want that. And decide that it's starting to happen right now. And then it's very important that you give 100% permission. Excuse me. It's very important that you give 100% permission for that to happen. I like the music, got very dramatic and serious. That's good. I have the music on because those of you that are used to my Facebook Lives, they're continuing remodeling of my house, and I never know, they've gotten quiet right now, but before that they were sawing pieces of marble. So the music is to cover up any of those kind of sounds. And now we're getting a hallelujah. So give yourself a hallelujah to your significance, uniqueness, and power in the world. It's time for you to blossom and shine, time for you to discover how amazing and miraculous you really are. So for the rest of this session, which won't take much time at all you need to do consciously is relax. So set your intention that you want to increase your sense of uniqueness. Well, let me go back to the, if you don't mind. Your intention is to fully own your significance and power, and to be joyfully serious about your impact on the world, so that you can joyfully take action knowing that you're a force on the planet. So if you want to have more and more of that experience, set that intention now. And give your miraculous self, which is again your inner wisdom and spirit, give your miraculous self 100% permission to be fully in charge. Give your miraculous self 100% permission to be fully in charge. Okay, now just relax. Take a couple easy deep breaths and we'll get the energy flowing. And if you're new to my work, one of my specialties is remote energy work. It's in my advanced training programs. It's one of the things that we really emphasize. It's not some mysterious gift that only a few people have. Take a couple easy deep breaths. Anybody who wants to learn how to do it can learn to do it, and learn to do it very, very effectively and powerfully. And it's fun. And I hope you can joyfully enjoy the very dramatic classical music in the background. I don't know how well you can hear it, but it is the Hallelujah chorus, so it's kind of great. Easy deep breaths. Remind yourself that you've given 100% permission for your miraculous self to be in charge of this, and that you don't need to consciously control it or do anything consciously. Easy deep breaths. The energy's dissolving limiting beliefs, old programming, societal programming, ancestral programming, childhood programming, familial programming that interferes with your fully owning your significance and your power, that interferes with your being joyfully serious about your impact on the world. I'm having to laugh. I put on music in the background that was supposed to be light classical study music, and it's really quite dramatic. So I'm getting a kick out of that. And I hope you can laugh about it. Easy deep breaths. Really embrace the idea that it's time for you to blossom and shine. It's time for you to discover how amazing and miraculous you really are. Easy deep breaths. Take a couple easy deep breaths. Let the energy come in and really connect you more and more and more to fully owning your own significance and power and being joyfully serious about your impact in the world. So let the energy come in and connect you to your inner wisdom, your spiritual information, to your miraculous self's guidance on fully owning your significance and power and being joyfully serious about your impact on the world. And then we'll bring in energies to help you process and integrate what you've done in this session. and ask your miraculous self to retrieve your energy, because as we've all been working together, there's a tendency to mix up our energies. So have your miraculous self pull your energies back into your body and energy field so you're not depleted. And I'll pull my energy and programming out of your space. And we'll ask your miraculous self to fill you with more of your true essence and energy, and supportive earth and universal energies. And I do want to encourage you again to watch this again. And when you do watch it again, there's a button that will probably appear on Facebook that will say start a watch party. And if you do that, it will just invite other people you know to watch it with you, which is a great way to share the benefits with other people. If you're so inclined, that would be great. Do tell other people about these sessions, please. Want to help as many people as possible. And I thank you so much for being part of it. Take a couple easy, deep breaths. If you're doing anything after this that requires safety, let's ask your unconscious mind and your miraculous self to turn down your processing and make sure you're naturally safe, naturally alert. And for all of us, if you want, set your intention that part of the time when you're sleeping tonight and for the next few nights, your unconscious mind and your miraculous self will review what we did in this session, infuse it with your inner wisdom, infuse it with information, guidance, and wisdom from your spirit, make it richer and deeper, higher, wider, more multidimensional, and especially more automatically integrated into your life. And that can happen easily, naturally, while you sleep soundly and deeply. So again, thank you for being part of this. If you want to be alert, stomp your feet, pat your body, look around and notice fine details of what you can see visually, find distinctions. Notice what you can hear. Notice the sensations of your body against the chair or couch or bed, or if you're standing, your feet on the floor. Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm going to sign off now and speak with you next week. Bye. You're very welcome.